Here we go, guys, with some more SBF basketball. We got a banger for you tonight as we are all set here, ready to watch the Vegas Dragons take on the Talons of Charm City. Alongside me in the commentator's booth this evening is Lion and Bean. Welcome,
I'm
boys.
here.
I am Bean.
He's Bean.
Bean the Bean Machine.
Too bad. Bean isn't here right now. Please stay.
All right, we'll move on past that.
Bean malfunction.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Kai immediately taking it to the rook. Ken Castle, that's not going to fall. Baki Galupi rips down a rebound. That's what he's known for. Josh Allen over to Castle. Castle down to Rodman. Rodman a couple pumps. Rodman thinking about it. Trying to go up strong on Queen Hardaway, and he does.
All right, interested in letting Queen Hardaway bring up the ball. I like this. I like it a lot.
Alex Hayes with a splash. I'm going to let you guys commentate. Well, I have to try to figure something out real quick. It has to do with this game, but I'm going to do it behind the scenes, and I'll be back momentarily.
All right.
All right.
Now Castle with it. Being guarded by Alex Hayes. Trying to reach in. I'll let him try to work in the post now. And double teamed and can't stop him. Jack Boulder played a perfect defense, but better offense with that nice little move to get a shot off. There's little time left. Now Hayes gets it to Kai. He's going to drive off the glass and in.
Dang.
Ken Castle bringing it up.
Ken Castle. Or Pops Lee.
Good old Pops Lee. Giving it back to Ken Castle.
Sounds like a grandpa name.
Spinning. Got it in over Alex.
All right, and I'm back. We're good to go. Let's continue this great game so far as the Dragons are up by 1 point. Dion Richmond adjusting in the depth chart. He's moving over to the 3 position in this game. Queen Hardaway, first ever opportunity in a starting lineup here for the Talons. Lion, you want to speak a little bit as to why you made this move and why against the Dragons?
Please speak to this move.
Well, this move is just having the potential talent of having a front court domination duo of Queen and Jack Boulder. Dion Richmond can play the power forward, but he's very good at defending at the wing position. That's where I think he's best at. And unfortunately, that means we had to move Ulf to the bench. But I still think we have enough scoring volume between our backcourt duo that wouldn't take much of a hit.
And I don't think you can underestimate the value of having an elite scorer off the bench, and that's what Ulf's definitely going to be. I've never seen Ulf Sundin off the bench, but I could only imagine his scoring will be amplified being on a team or a squad where you're the focus point and you're the only one the coach wants shooting at this point.
Right. And there's still another option of shooting off the bench with Ryan Garnett, too.
And so far this game, they are attacking the paint with Alex Hayes. Actually, they're attacking all parts of the floor with Alex Hayes.
Trying to become a 3-level scorer. I like the aggressiveness.
Pops Lee's going to catch it up top. Baki Galupi, alley-oop lob to Ken Castle.
I didn't even see him there.
Great connection from Baki Galupi to Castle. Here comes Kai with 3:30 to go in the first quarter.
I want to see him sauce someone and shoot a 3.
Kai over to Alex. Alex going to take the Queen screen and poked loose by Baki Galupi. It's going to go back to the Talons, though. The Queen screen.
The Queen screen.
Talons have been struggling in live games recently. A big win here against a good upcoming Dragon squad could do a lot for their psyche. Kai going to step into a mid-range jumper, not going to fall. Rodman with the board. Kicking it up court. Baki Galupi thought about it, doesn't pull it. Instead, he's going to back up, and they're going to do a pick and roll. Baki and Pops. Kai Williams just clamping on him, though. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Pops league back to Baki Galupi. He's going to have to pull. Baki for 3. That one goes.
Ooh.
Kai Williams just a little bit too much separation, allowing that 3 ball to go up. Ooh, Kai with a great step back. Alex Hayes open for 3. That one's money. No, he misses off the front of the rim.
Ooh, not a shot you see him miss often.
If only he had 1,800 points to spend to improve that jump shot.
If only he could spend like 10 Hall of Fame shooting badges at once.
If only. Castle downloaded Josh Allen, who puts up a mid-ranger. That's not going to fall for him. Dion with a rebound. Here come the Talons. Kai, couple of crosses, driving. Alley-oop to Queen, just misses.
Oh.
Could have
That
been
would've been
filthy if they made that happen. Rodman going to set a screen now. Pick and roll, Baki and Rodman. Baki forces it up over Queen and got it somehow.
Queen playing phenomenal defense there.
Great defense from Queen Hardaway. Kai Williams up top. Screen's being set for Alex Hayes, trying to get him open again. Dragons doing a great job of clamping down on him. Kai blows by Pops Lee and scores. Very easy for him there. Pops, brand new to the league, just coming over to the Dragons. Big opportunity for Pops coming up to earn some badges and potentially make a name for himself early. Ken Castle, a little crossover and stolen by Kai. Here we go, Kai in transition. He's going to stop and set it up. Drive to the left. Kai, a little fader. Got it. Talons back down by just 1.
Kai Williams digging into his bag right now on offense and defense.
I'd love to see the Dragons get Josh Allen more involved in offense. And blocked shot there from Dion Richmond. Great help side defense. Here comes Alex. Finds Queen down low. Queen on Pops. Queen puts it up and can't score. Pops Lee, good defense that time. And Baki Galupi under the rim. Blocked from Dion.
God, I love Dion's defense.
Back-to-back defensive plays there from Dion Hill. Oops.
It's all right.
As soon as Hill came out of my mouth, I just, oops.
Oops.
Oops, wrong Dion.
Oops.
For some reason, moving Dion to the small forward has allowed him not to touch the ball as much and therefore not run out of bounds.
Yep. That was the
Very
key.
interesting problem to have.
That was the key, and that was a great game plan adjustment by Lyon here. He noticed that Dion liked to touch the ball a little bit too much. He game plan adjusted a tiny bit, and now Kai is the focal point. Nice job.
Thank you. Not the greatest final possession.
I wasn't going to call that. I wanted to hear your natural reaction. As the coach GM of the squad, how are you feeling right now? Down by 1 point heading into the first quarter break.
How are you
We're
feeling?
making a lot of mistakes and still playing relatively good defense, and it's a close game. I still like our odds of winning this one. You okay, B? Moving on.
I'm good.
Just randomly died on your own spit.
So is he choking?
Yeah.
It's a joke. Just
Yeah.
dead silence in the commentary booth, just watching the game, enjoying life, and you just hear Bean, what's happening?
Pete, are you okay?
Bean, remember to breathe.
Breathe!
Yeah,
Remember
We're
to
good.
breathe.
we're good. I think I choked on something.
Yeah,
I
we
could
know
tell.
you choked. We could hear it.
Fuck.
What were you
I was-
choking on?
I think I was dry heaving. Or, where's my spit? Okay.
Your cousin come over.
No. Okay. Dirty, bro. Especially on air.
They don't know what we're talking about.
Oh.
I just meant to play video games.
It's true. Well, actually, the only cousin I talked to was Kenny.
Not great. Not Kenny's involved.
Great, thanks.
Good luck saving yourself from that one.
Good luck now, idiot.
Good luck.
Ooh.
All right, Bean, you've been making some splashes this year in the Pro League as the Tornadoes GM. Can you talk a little bit about the moves you've made and why you think that you're a lock for the finals?
Well, I wouldn't say we're a lock. I say we're still a work in progress. So I got Kenneth Michaels. Probably wasn't a good thing. The only reason I got him was because I annoyed my user players, and
Wow, what a move
they
from
told me
Kai.
that I could get him. Mojo, he's been fantastic for us. But I do feel like our team chemistry is not quite there. But hopefully we can get that fixed.
I mean,
And,
as Kenneth Michaels, how do you feel hearing this press conference? I
Doesn't
mean,
matter to me.
that was
Paychecks, as long as they don't bounce, I don't care.
Are you interested in re-signing for the Tornadoes?
please
There's
say
enough
yes.
zeros.
I mean, if you do some upgrades to your player, there could be as many zeros as you want.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Same thing with Jeffrey John. We can add
Threaten me, I
any
leave.
You're not.
any zeros you
You're
want.
not. You're not threatening to not sign him.
I'm not. I'll give. I'll give him. I'll give him.
Gotta debate what kind of
100 mil.
situation do I think we're in. Do I think if I take less money to allow us to build a super team, we can win? Or do I think that if I give Bean more money, he's gonna just blow it on stupid players like Kenneth Michaels? So should I just be greedy? I'm also debating getting a tendency change and just becoming a score god. About to go all Russ Westbrook up in here.
Honestly,
We can use a Westbrook on our team.
No.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
yeah,
You're the
yeah.
reason
Don't
our
talk
team
to
is in
him.
shambles.
Yeah,
I'd also
Actually,
like
it's
to
my
have
fault.
Russell Westbrook tendencies for Kenneth
it's my
Michaels.
fault, Jeff. It's my fault.
I think that fits me pretty well.
Oh God, the dynamic
Oh.
that we have at this point. John is he's avidly against having Kenneth Michaels on his team because we just don't mesh well. GM Woody over here decides to go trade for Michaels while John is a star.
That is true. He told me multiple times. He said no, and then I kept asking like
Well,
a
he's
little
not the
bitch.
GM, you are.
And hey,
So
I
you
just
made-
wanted
so you
I just
made
wanted
the
to
smart
see.
decision and overruled his opinions.
Actually, he told me yes
With your iron
after I
fist.
asked 200 times.
I like that he's like, no, I didn't overrule anything. I didn't make a decision. No.
No. I got the group's decision. See, here in the Tornadoes, we do things as a group.
No, you don't. You do whatever I tell you to do. He just stuns.
No.
Like, I thought we were putting on a show.
I mean, I'm in like the back of the locker room, like, ho ho ho, got him.
And I'm just like, shut up, Kenneth.
For for
And I'm just
For
in the
all
back, like,
intents-
beta male.
for all intensive purposes, this is my team.
No, it's not.
Wink, wink.
If,
It's my
if
team.
this was your team, that's like, make a decision without consulting me first.
But what if he needs your opinion?
Yeah. What? But
Yeah,
what
I know
happens if you
need my
leave?
opinion, because it's John's team. That's just like saying that Cavs championship squad was Ty Lue's team. Anybody that says that's Ty Lue's team, you're just not a basketball fan. This is Jeffrey
I
John's
agree.
team.
This
You're
is Jeffrey
just the
John's
stupid
team.
owner that pays
It
my
was
checks.
It was like a very common meme
Okay.
when LeBron left. It was like, with LeBron leaving to Los Angeles, Ty Lue has been promoted to head coach.
It's hilarious.
Where's our SBF reporters with breaking news about Jeffrey John being cut?
Don't you dare put that in his mind,
What?
Fern. I am not cutting
It's the
him.
worst troll.
Well, what just happened?
I don't know. I think she's trying to stir up
Bean?
stuff. I'm
Either
not
he's
trading
cutting
you,
him-
dude. And I'm not cutting you either.
He's cut. Everyone bid on him. Hurry. Go into the SBF and then just start saying 100 million on Jeffrey John.
Aw, you think I'm worth 100 mil?
No,
Yeah,
they
easy,
retract the
bro.
offer.
I would give you the biggest contract in SBF history.
Well, you're about to, otherwise I walk.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
In order to do that,
I'll
you'll
give
have
you-
to overpay what Jeff paid for his guy.
All right,
I don't- see, and that's
I'll
something
give
we gotta
Jeff
talk
50.
about. Do 1 year little like spurt deals like that? Do that even count as contracts?
Nah.
No,
I was
no.
gonna say, I
I'm gonna
think
get Jeff 4-year, $5 million, baby.
50 mil. I better get at least 75.
Fine, 75.
All right.
But I also want 75.
All
That
right,
only
fine.
gives- that gives nothing left for the rest of the
Well,
team.
then
That's
if,
fine.
If Kenneth Michaels was good, I'd be okay with that.
I'll take a pay cut to 70 if I'm allowed to have Russell
No, you're
Westbrook
not.
tendencies.
First of all, you're not being re-signed.
Yes, I am. You just said for him to make decisions without consulting you.
Yeah, that
Therefore,
was
he has
my
to
way
go
of
against what you
hinting.
say.
That was my way of hinting at him.
Hinting we should
trading
cut
him.
you.
No, trade. Do not cut him.
Oh.
I swear
Cut
to God,
me.
if I get
Cut
on later
me.
and I find out you cut him for nothing, I'm gonna be pissed.
Cut
Fine.
me.
No. Fine. We will trade you
He just.
Fine.
if it comes down to it.
I see free agency decisions channel pops up. Kenneth Michaels has been
Kenneth
cut,
Michaels.
and then I get a DM from Bean. I made a
Sorry.
decision without. No.
Are you proud of me?
Are you proud of me, Dad? See, I like bringing in Mojo. I can work with Mojo. He catches and he shoots, but Michaels is just not working.
He needs to play defense, bro.
I know.
That's what he needs
That's
to
why I
do.
kept telling you don't trade for him.
Fine. Fine. I'll trade Kenny back to whoever wants him.
The assassin's
I'm going
GM
to
is
be
interested.
publicly toxic and say that I'm going to ruin whatever team I go to diminish my value.
And then
I-
I'll post that Morgan Freeman gif of "It's true, you know."
It's true, you know.
What is your plan to fix Michaels? Like, is there a scheme that Michaels will fit in with?
Maybe the
So
Jazz.
I think it's going to be a tendency
The
change.
Jazz? No.
I'm going to change myself to Chris Paul. I'm going to be the point guard.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't.
That'd be
know if there's
hilarious.
Anything you can do.
That was a nice block.
Why is Ulf driving to the rim?
Why is Ulf in to start the third quarter? Shouldn't the starters be back in?
Nah, Ulf does what he wants. He's got seniority.
Wait, who's on the bench? Oh, Dion. He benched Dion.
Wolf is also our head coach.
This is why the Talons are terrible.
Like, Dion is just like sitting over there getting ready to come in, and then Ulf's just like waving them off, like, "Oh, sit down."
Get off the floor. But for real, I think the Tornadoes are in shambles, and if we don't do something, we're not going any further. Like, any further at all. I am almost at the point where I want you to pay me every penny available, fill the squad with vet minimum players. I'm changing my tendos to Russ Westbrook's prime, and I'm just going to go do it all. These are my decisions to make. All right, for those of you that don't believe that I run the Tornadoes, Bean?
All right, if you run the Tornadoes, then why don't you trade me?
All right, I'm getting on the phones right now. I'm going to see if the Dragons want you. No, the Dragons had you and got rid of you.
As I
Stallions
said, they've
got rid of
already
you.
traded me. Good luck.
Assassin's already got rid of you once.
Half of your best trade partners have already gotten rid of me.
Wow.
Good luck, idiot.
All right, Bean, I want you
Oh,
to message.
maybe Carter.
Bean,
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 maybe we
message,
could get Bean.
Bean, message Monty Monix, the GMs of the Sharks, of the Megs, and ask him if he wants Kenneth
I don't want to be a
Michaels.
shark.
Well,
But
this is my team. Bean, message
I'm
him.
vetoing.
You don't veto trades.
Bean, I'm
this
vetoing.
is your team. Why do I have to do it?
Yeah, why does he have
You're
to
the
do it?
face. You're the face.
That's
I'm
fine.
just the
He's
brains.
he's the puppet monarch.
You're the that is true. You are the brains. I'm the bronze. I'm not even the bronze. I'm just some stupid kid that sits in the back and smiles.
What do you think the bronze means?
Please leave a message after the beep.
Oh, good.
Are you
It goes to any one of my power forwards.
actually serious about it?
Yes. I'm thinking about the Monty Monix trade situation. I think you could get Carson Conley and like a second-round pick for Kenny.
What happens if I try to get there first?
No.
But that's what I gave up for Kenny.
Yeah, you're not getting that value back.
Especially not when I go on a public tear against my own character. I'm gonna start like making anti-Kenneth memes.
Why did you like? I thought Kenneth Dwayne was supposed to be that player that was like selfish and like hurts teams, but is still fun to watch. And then you're slowly turning Michaels into that as well.
No, Michael's supposed to be a diva that only cares about getting money and making everyone around him look bad.
Why did you trade for that, Pete?
Don't you worry. I think I can get him back to the Stallions.
Kenneth Dwayne is the kind of guy who would stop whatever he's doing to sign something for a fan.
Kenny's gonna go back to the Stallions.
Just give me any player. I'll give you Kenny back.
Kenneth Michael would sell his team's playbook for $1.
Maybe Carter.
That being said, who wants me?
Oh,
Nobody
what
wants
about
you.
the Otters?
Oh, I could get their players easily.
I don't want Hancho to have a
Whoops.
position of authority over me. That scares me.
Oh,
I just messaged Hanos.
Hanos,
oh, what? I don't know. Actually, you know what? I like Hotro. We can give him to Mike, bro. I thought you meant the frog dude. The name I'm not gonna say, because I can never pronounce it right.
Juan.
Yeah, I just want to call it.
Hancho and I are
Go on.
negotiating right now on live
Sure.
stream.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And
All
then
you have to
when
do
this-
is remove the first syllable.
And then when this trade goes through, everybody will see that I control the Tornadoes.
I'm the face.
The assist.
You can't take that away from me. I'm the face.
Can't take that away from me. You can't take that away from me.
He says, who's Kenneth Michaels? Is that an AI player? I said,
Ha.
no. I said, no, it's Lion. He said, Lion, so is he active? I said, kind of.
The hell you mean am I active?
Yes. Yes. I love the people just dogging on you.
I'm messaging him right now saying I'm changing my tendencies to Russ Westbrook. He's like, sweet, I could use a good scoring guard. I'm like, yeah, you could.
Assist goes to
He said, why do you want to trade him anymore? I said, he's being a diva. I don't want him on the Tornadoes anymore.
I wish you could see the message I just sent him.
I love how this is a close game and we're talking about trading Kenneth Michaels.
Great game so far. Hey, people are
It
still
is.
watching the game.
I agree.
They get the best of both worlds. Interesting
That's true.
commentary behind the scenes, and a good close game.
Agreed.
Well, he got demolished on that screen.
Is he okay? You better go check on him, coach.
Ulf, that's you. Go check on him. Dion will find the open man. As soon as somebody actually moves.
I said, I'm punishing Bean and forcing him to trade Michaels for less than we paid. Bean, who do we want from Honcho? He said, you're not getting Russ, you're not getting Alfie.
Damn. I don't know. I don't know his team, man. Whatever player's not so shitty on his shitty team.
I said, just give me a legit offer. Kenny, this is happening. You're about to be a river runner.
You about to be a nada. I still love you, Kenny.
Shut up. You're not gonna be able to trade me away. I'm gonna sabotage myself. I'm telling him about me right now.
Honcho loves divas, so probably the more diva-y you come across, the more he's gonna love you.
Just gonna
CJ
message him,
Thomas?
Can't wait to join the team coach. And he's like, I'm out.
Honestly, maybe like Jordan Harris. Or like a Vince Hart. Like a Dustin Bass or something. There
I
goes
just asked for CJ Thomas.
my hero. Kenneth Michaels is totally worth that.
I messaged him. I refuse to play with anyone except CJ Thomas.
away team ball.
I just said otters suck, you're trash, you'll never be good at anything.
I need to play with him.
I think trade negotiations are off.
Yes.
Sorry, Bean, I blew it.
It's fine. I have some ways to fix Kenneth Michaels. Kenny, I will give you food if you
You can't
change
pay
it.
me like pugs.
I will
I can buy my own pizza.
give
I
you
work hard
a
for
ham.
that, right?
I'll give you a hamburger.
Nope.
Not
You can give me
Taco
a
Bell
hamburger
either.
anyway.
No
If you
Taco
pay
Bell.
for my tendency change, I'll change my tendencies. I'm just not going to tell you what I'm going to change him to.
Assisted.
All right. I've made the offer.
All right, here's my counter offer. I pay for them, but I change them.
No.
Okay, fine. Second counter offer. Nope. That's all I got.
All right, well, we can make this work. I'm not happy that you traded for Kenneth, but I think we can make this work. Kenneth, you've got to be willing to change.
No.
Come on.
All right, then you're out, dude.
We
You're
were
out.
the only S tier.
You don't want to help us win?
Just pay
You're
for a
out.
tendency change and lower your touches. That way you shoot less.
I'm arguing with Honcho
Are you actually?
about our role, about my role on his team.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
He just messaged me and said question mark, Kenny is ball dominant? What'd you say to him?
Mind your own business. They're my DMs.
I will give you him for a ham sandwich. It doesn't even have to have cheese on it.
I mean, he offered a second round pick for Kenneth if you want to take that.
No.
He
Don't
asked
worry.
What my build was. I told him Michael Jordan.
Don't worry. We can fix Kenneth Michaels. We'll give him 2 weeks. And if he doesn't get better, can always
That's really good fixing.
I'm putting some duct tape on the hole, okay?
You should try to trade Kenneth to the Talons.
It's true. I want
You got
Ulf.
him with 3.
Can we speak to the Talons GM, please?
I'm not trading my head coach.
I want Ulf.
We don't want Wolf. We want Jack Boulder.
Away team.
I'm not trading away Jack. He's the glue to my team.
He really is.
But
He's what I want Kenneth Michael to be.
then change him,
Why
idiot.
is your inspiration? Why is your inspiration?
Away team.
That's what we want you to make him do.
Yes.
There's nothing stopping that. You are the only one stopping that. You keep buying shooting badges and upping. your
God, I
shooting
wish I
stats.
could be Jack Boulder one day. Maybe if I increase my mid-range.
I just need a slightly better three-point shot.
I just need a smoother jumper like him.
Jack doesn't shoot.
Yeah, but when he does, it's gorgeous.
Oh,
Get us-
Jack with a D.
See,
That's
look
what
at
we
that.
need from Kenneth.
Oh,
Seriously, we need that.
2 minutes remaining.
then
in
let
the game.
Brandon,
2
then
minutes.
make Brandon pay for my tendency change.
Okay. Bean? Pay for his tendency change.
Sure, but we don't know what he's gonna change it to.
Let me control your tendency change, Kenny. One game of a Jeff-controlled tendency change, tell me you hate it. If you hate it, then I'll pay for your change back.
Okay, one more condition.
What?
I want him to also pay for me to have Dirk Nowitzki shot for him.
Okay, Bean?
Sure, I'll go into debt for it.
Kenny, so I can change tendencies to whatever I want?
Yep, let's do it.
Alright,
Alright.
Bean's paying for it. And then if
All
Kenny
right.
hates his new tendencies, and I'll try to keep your interest at mind as well. I'll remember that you want to score, so I'll give you a little bit of shooting.
Maybe
All
just
right.
not off as many shots as maybe it's not as many touches.
Exactly. And more under the rim shots rather than deep shots.
Yeah.
And Talons with a 4-point lead with
Woo!
under a minute to go.
Kai in his bag.
Dub.
Now I'm going into debt for this.
Yeah, but it's going to be worth it when you're a champion.
That is true. I've never been into debt, Jeff. What do I do? How do I get myself out? Is there interest?
Yes. And it goes straight to the Assassin's GM.
Okay.
God, it's so much to learn.
Are you the bank?
Ooh,
Oh,
shot from
great
Harvey.
defense from Boulder too.
This is where you want a player like Kai to just, you take the
Oh,
ball.
I have complete trust in Kai right now. This is what he's built for.
But they keep going to Alex.
Away team.
Well, Alex, you have so many points that could have went in.
Alex is about to have 2,000 points and missing
About to have
shots
2,000
like that
points,
because he's
and
not
we've
up
spent
for it.
half a damn season missing shots like that.
Trade Alex to me.
Or Bean? I'll trade you Kenneth Michaels for him.
Absolutely,
Castle's
not.
gonna
I
hold
hate
for the
that guy.
last
He's
shot.
terrible.
Pops wants it on Queen down low.
We're gonna go for the 3 for the last shot. Never mind.
Castle
They
for the
want a tie,
game winner! Oh, he just
Ow!
missed! Talons hold on for the
Oh
dub!
my goodness.
What a wild night, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Catch you in the next one.